Hello and welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for November 11th, 2025. I am Jules. I'm here in my project room, which is just as horrible as it was before, but I actually have made some progress in here. You just can't see it. This is all still a disaster area. But I actually have managed to completely empty a bin of Project Linus projects and or fabric, and I have redonated them back to Project Linus. So basically what I had was I took some a couple of months ago, and I wanted to get the entire bin emptied. I still have 4 quilt tops that are ready to be quilted for Project Linus, and I have a couple of other quilt tops that I had made for me, but I may go ahead and donate. Just depends on when I get them quilted. But the important thing is I joined this group in 2010, and so it's been 15 years that I've been going there, and gradually, when I first started, I had just started quilting. I was just barely learning how to quilt, and I didn't have much fabric. So having donated fabric was really helpful, and I kind of built a collection up. I started curating them into sort of kits. I mean, not for a specific quilt, but basically to have coordinating fabric, panel blocks, orphan blocks that all kind of go together into baggies that I would then pull from when I wanted to start a top. And I decided that I didn't need to hang on to that anymore. I still love doing that, but until I'm at a place where I'm ready to make new tops for Project Linus, I just need to see if someone else can make something with that fabric. So I left them all in their baggies so that they were still curated into sort of kits. And I labeled each of them with what was in there. And I took them this past weekend to the Project Linus meeting at Manzano Mesa Multi-Generational Center and put them on the fabric donation table. They didn't need to be counted as another donation because the majority of it was stuff that had already been donated to Project Linus by someone else in the past that I had taken home to do something with. So I'm really hoping, I couldn't stay for the meeting because I had something going on. So I'm really hoping that they found a home. And it was hard to do, but because I really liked a lot of the fabric. But you know what? It's okay. It will find a home with someone else. Someone else will make something great for a child in need. So I did manage to completely empty a bin. I did save a few of the bags from the Project Linus bin. They were transferred into another bin that I had under the table that had just enough room for, I think, maybe 3 projects. Everything had to fit in that bin that I was going to save. So I need to go through that bin next. But I also went through all of my orphan blocks, my personal orphan blocks. And I'm talking about blocks that were testers for samples for a class. Like maybe I was going to change what pattern I was using in my paper piecing classes, or designs that I had done for a challenge or something. And I had those orphan blocks laying around. I went through those, and basically anything that I thought would work for a Project Linus quilt, those also were donated. And I only saved stuff that I didn't feel was appropriate for Project Linus. Like I have a test block of a Chianti bottle, for instance. Not going to use that for a Project Linus quilt. So I have very few left. I almost completely emptied one of those clear plastic art bin scrapbooking bins, like the little briefcases. And so I'm excited about that. So even though it's still a disaster in here, I really have gotten enough stuff to completely fill this handy quilter bag from top to bottom and had it bulging. I was a little worried it was so heavy that it might break the handles, but it managed to survive long enough to take the donation in and get the stuff out on the table. So that's what's going on here, y'all. I look forward to watching your videos. I hope you're well. I hope you're finding time to be crafty. And I will see you next week. Bye!